So I would like to share with you a concept which I've used to help so many people. Because you realize that in life, going forward is interesting, but it's difficult. It's not difficult because people do not want to go forward, or it's difficult because they don't know how, and most people are comfortable where they are. And one of the lies that you can accept is for you to think that where you are is the best place that you can ever be, or what you have achieved is the best that is available to be achieved, or where you find yourself now looks like the best dream that can be fulfilled. So people consciously and unconsciously have given heed to what I describe as stagnancy. And sometimes it's a little hard even to encourage people because they have accustomed their life, their minds, to the fact that they can't go beyond where they are. When God was moving his people from the land of bondage into the promised land, he had to change their mindsets because they believed that the best life could give to them was where they were and what they were enjoying in the land of bondage. So God had to change their mindsets and diffuse their mind from the singular fact that they can't go beyond where they are. So it's really difficult sometimes when people have really believed that they can't get better, that no matter how much people try, their life cannot change. They can't go from position A to B in contests. So it's very challenging. And sometimes it's because people are afraid and they have entertained fear. And fear is terrible. Fear can make the rich to start believing that it's poor. Fear can make the best to lose everything or to start disbelieving the fact that he has what it takes to live a good life. Fear is terrible. And you need to understand that people stay on a spot or they embrace stagnancy because of fear. Some, it is because they are used to their comfort zone. The littleness within their environment has affected the smallness of their mind and blinded them from the bigger picture that can help them in living a better life. Some is because of frustrations. They have attempted to move forward, to live a better life. They've tried, but nothing seems working for them. So they are frustrated and they don't want to try again. Some, it's because of over-celebration of little success that has made them to be prematurely satisfied. The target is 1,000, but they've been successfully able to achieve 10. They over-celebrated it and it affected their ability to get to the end point and achieve their target. Some, they do not have choice because the stone that life throws at them, it's big and big enough that it makes it look like they can't surmount obstacles and they cannot challenge their challenges. Even sometimes when they try, the things around them in terms of probably societal influences, or say they believe so much in the government, thinking that the government can solve their problems. So they want to try, but it looks like there is no choice. And they have decided to stay where they are, and they are stagnant. So one of the reasons why you can't stand on the spot or stay on the spot is because stagnant water stinks. It's going to affect everything about you. You will lose your respect. You will lose your consciousness. You will not be able to attract necessary and relevant people into your life. And you cannot even attract values because it looks like you are just where you used to be. No one wants to have that kind of story. Like where you were last year is where you are today. And you are not taking any step forward. Nothing is changing for you. Nothing literally is working for you. God's defined plan expects that we move forward. And someone broke it down that God, the two letters starting the word God means you should go. Keep going forward, irrespective of the circumstances. So what I want to do in this section is to help you train your mind to see how you can move forward beyond where you are presently. And I will share with you a few simple truths and strategies that can help you. I think the first important thing you have to personally realize is if you don't take initiatives, nothing will change. If you take no step, you get no results. And sometimes too, no result is a result for some people. So you must learn to take initiatives. Like you are not satisfied with where you are now. It's only those people that have limiting mindsets that will think yesterday was better than today, or the good old days is better than the nowadays. So you mustn't be satisfied with where you are presently. You must know there is a better land. There is your promised land. Irrespective of the challenges around you, the Red Sea to cross over, you must know there is a promised land. And you must be willing, at the same time ready, to take initiative, take the next step, and move forward. Then again, you must learn to deal with the concept of almost. Almost is a big problem, and it has really affected so many people. Like distracted them from achieving the ultimate dreams for their lives. Almost there, like they almost get it. Almost getting it is different from you were able to get it. Almost succeeded is different from you were able to succeed. Almost done is different from you have completed. So be careful of the syndrome of almost. Sometimes people will tell you, very soon, I'll get it right. How soon? How soon? Because for you, how soon, or very soon rather, could be 10, 20, 50 years' time. Look at Joshua. After he stood before God boldly, bravely, and told God, we can possess the land, although There were children of Anak, the giants. And it looks like that land can consume its inhabitant. But we can go. Give us this mountain. After conquering that mountain, at his old age, God looked at him and said that there are more lands to be covered. But the problem was almost at the old age. Learn to do what you are meant to do at the right time. You don't have time. Because people tell you that I'll do it when I'm ready. I'll do it when I'm ready. Because I feel I still have more time. You don't have more time. And you have to be careful. You don't have more time. You don't. You are not in control of your time. What you can do is to learn to manage yourself in the process of learning to manage your time. But again, you should realize that you are never in control of your time. You don't have more time. And you have to do it now. Now is the concept of faith. Now is the vocabulary of champions, is the language of winners. You are not almost there. You have to be there. And one of the things you also have to learn is never you deceive yourself. Self-deception is the greatest form of deception. Don't lie to yourself anywhere, anytime, anyhow. Then again, you have to be careful of negligence. People are always on the spot because of the carefree attitude. They don't care about life. You should not stop caring about life, about your dreams, about where you are going. Because the moment you lose that attitude to care, you start losing the consciousness of the best that life can offer. Then you need to be careful of excuses. Some people make excuses, subtle excuses. Excuses are terrible. They are gentle ways of telling lies, and they are trademarks of mediocres or of mediocrity. Don't push till tomorrow what you have the capacity to do today. Procrastination is terrible. It's the thief of time, and it can kill people. And you have to have that consciousness within your mind. Then people sometimes are on a spot because they are not asking questions. They can't see beyond their loins. They can't see the next page, the next chapter. They cannot see it at all because they are not curious. Curiosity is very important. And part of the instinct that God puts in your life as a man, as a woman, is ability to be curious, to ask questions. For you to leave your comfort zone or to go beyond stagnancy, you have to find out how things are working, how things work. And you must find out what is working. Because if you don't know what is working, you might not be able to deal with what is not working. And in compliments, you have to find out what you need to do. People don't know what they have to do. And it's because they do not know what is going on around them, going on with them, going on in them, rather, going on with them. And because of that, they don't know how to take the next step forward. And it's really, really a big problem for people. Then again, some people are indifferent. They are so indifferent. They will tell you, I've accepted my life the way it is. Why? Why will you just give up on life like that? God hasn't given up on you. Why would you want to give up on God and give up on life? Some people tell you that I've accepted my fate. FAT. I've accepted my fate. Whatsoever life throws at me is what I deserve. I beg to disagree. You deserve better. You should go beyond life as it is to life as it should be. Some are so indifferent and they will tell you, I can't do better than this. Who says? You can. Because you have the capacity to do beyond what you are doing now. You have the capacity to go beyond where you are now. You can go beyond 10 miles. You can go beyond 1,000 miles, 10,000, 50,000, 100. You can. If you believe you can. Sometimes people are on a spot because they are getting ready, or they tell you they are not ready. My question to you is, when will you be ready? Sometimes you are waiting for God. When God is waiting for you, you must be ready. And people define readiness as being perfect, like the condition is perfect. No. Everything does not have to be perfect before you take the next step. Sometimes you have to learn to put all your eggs in one basket and you hand over that basket to God. That is what readiness is about. And I want to put a caution here. Sometimes when you ask people, especially believers, that what are you doing about the next level? What are you doing about newness? Are you satisfied with where you are? What are the steps you are taking? They say, oh no, they've handed over everything to God because God will do it. Let me put it to you straight. God will never do again what He has given you the capacity to do. What He has equipped you to do, what He has trained you to do, He won't do it. Because that is your job and your responsibility. Your responsibility is your ability, or your ability is your responsibility. And your inability is God's responsibility. So learn to take responsibility with God and not push responsibility to Him. God will do it. But the question is, you have to do something. And what are you doing in the process of living where you are to get into your next level? You have to be careful of comfort. Don't stop when you are tired. Take a rest, but don't be too comfortable, because comfort is good, but sometimes it can be the enemy to your next level or the enemy of progress. So in dealing with comfort, you must ask yourself if where you are is the best place you want to be or the best place you can be. You have to ask yourself that what you have now, if that is the best you want to have, the best you want, and the best that you can get. Is this what you can get? Is this all you can get? Is this all you deserve? Are all these your desires? Do you want more than this? Do you want a better life relative for what you have now? Do you want your story to end here? Or would you want your journey to end here? There is more. There is always more. And you have to learn to go beyond or go further than what is expected. Then before you move from where you are now to where you want to be, you have to change your perspective. And for you to change your perspective, you must learn to think and see differently. Because if you can't see it, you can't get it. What can you see? If the best you can see is where you are, that is where you are going to be. But if you can see beyond here, then you can go beyond where you are. So when you see differently and you think differently, you will act differently. You'll be more proactive about life. You'll be able to think differently. And the last thing, which I think you need to learn to do, is be active in the process of negotiation. Learn to negotiate. Learn to psych yourself up. Learn to speak to yourself. And in doing that, you have to learn not to settle for alternatives too easily. You can't settle for less. Anywhere, anytime, anyway, anyhow. And learn to push yourself beyond the elastic limits while you trade with your best every time. Don't stop where you are. There is a better land ahead of you. And don't let anyone call you short. Push forward. Do your best. Go beyond the elastic limits. Live life better. And let nothing stop you or troubles you. Because you have all it takes to get it right.